back. Episode 2, Retirement RedZone. We hope that you dig it. So today we'll be talking about rollover options. So what do you do with that retirement plan once you leave a job? There's a lot of things that you can do. You've worked hard for that money, whether it be you've been at that job a long time or not so long. You want to make sure that you're making the right decisions with the money that you have saved through that employer plan. So there's 4 options that you have when you leave a job. You can certainly take the money in cash. So there's obviously pros and cons to each of these options. The pro to that option is obviously you have the money. The con is it's 100% taxable to you. So for example, you have a $100,000 account, you take it in cash, that gets added on to your income for the year. Probably don't want to do that, but if you need the money, you need the money. Number 2 is you can leave the money where it is. The employer will let you leave the money inside of that plan. So there's obviously pros and cons of this too. The pros are there's no taxes. So, it's as far as tax consequence, there's 0. You're probably in inexpensive funds. Typically, retirement plans through an employer, they do have very inexpensive options inside of the plan. The cons are the service. You generally don't get good service inside of those plans when you are working there. And certainly when you leave, no one's going to reach out to you and ask you, hey, do you want to rebalance your funds? Do you have any questions? Things like that. A couple other cons, you can't add to the plan anymore once you're no longer working at that employer. And the loan option is generally taken away from you when you don't work, because when you pay back the loan, it's through your payroll. So you've got no more paychecks coming in. You can't do a loan. Number 3, you can transfer it into a new plan if if you didn't retire and you're going from one job to another. The pros of that, again, it's a non-taxable offense. Another pro is you're able to consolidate these. We've certainly met people that kind of collect 401ks or 403bs or whatever it may be. And again, they're typically inexpensive options. And rolling it over into the new plan, generally you're able to have some sort of access to a loan if you need it. The con again is the service. And you're locked into what that employer has as far as your investment options. So, for example, especially if you're a younger individual and you end up working at this place for 20 years, you may start off really liking the investment options, but those can change too. Those generally change every 4 or 5 years. So you may really like it when you start off, and then you hate the next set of options. So it's not on you to invest it the way that you want it. They just say, here's a list of stuff. Hopefully this works from you. Now, the next option is generally what we recommend to people, not all the time, is rolling it over into an IRA. So some of the pros, again, no taxes. You have complete control of the investments now inside of this. So you're generally working with an advisor to tailor the investments to your needs. Now, again, you are able to add to these if you're eligible. Check out my last video if you want to know if you're eligible to add to one of these. The cons are generally the investments inside of an IRA are a little bit more expensive, but that depends on the investment choices that you have. So again, as always, please subscribe, schedule an appointment with me through my Calendly link, and as always, go Bills.